Hello, Stock Up family, and those of you that are watching for the first time. I'm going to say something at the opening of this video. I dare you to watch this to the end. I absolutely challenge you to watch this video to the end. I'm not going to play an intro, but I believe that so far this is one of the most important videos I'm going to make, right? Those of you that know me know that I was bullish on this company, HYLIION. And I want to tell you, I want to show you what's happening. And at the end, I believe without a shadow of a doubt, you will clearly see what is being done to manipulate this stock in this company. And then I'm going to have a call to action. OK, but I want you guys to check this out as I build my case. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of junk. I'm going straight to the facts. As a matter of fact, let's go right to the Bonita report. So there's a company called Bonita Research, and they did a short report. And I want you to watch this video.
This is one of the biggest things that happened back in 2000, and it had to do with these type of situations in general, not Bonita Research itself. HYLIION hoax, as it's called, is an instance of securities fraud was perpetrated by 23-year-old Mark Jacob, August 24, 2000. Jacob, a former employee of the press release distribution service, which is called Internet Wire, was facing a loss of almost $100,000. That's since 2000. That's a lot of money then and a lot of money now, guys. As a result of short selling stock in the HYLIION Corporation, a fiber optic equipment manufacturer, to cover his losses, Jacob wrote a fake release stating that HYLIION CEO had quit and the company was restating its quarterly earnings from profit to loss. Jacob then sent it to the Internet Wire, posing as a HYLIION publicist. Now, I'm not claiming any of this type of activity took place between Bonita Research and HYLIION. I'm simply stating this is what it looks like. So if you see similarities of things you want to look at, that'll be up to you to question of how honest the company is running, how legal.
So this Bonita report did a short report on HYLIION, of course. And as you could see, there's always a pattern. You know, the great Maya Angelou said, when a person show you who they are, believe them the first time. I'm just paraphrasing. And this Bonita report, if you read it or looking at their report, there are so many holes in it. As a matter of fact, the whole report is a hole. It's a bottomless hole. And you could tell it's someone hiding behind, and they make the names of these companies sound big, and they're shorting this stock. This stock has failed for the last 14 days, $1 a day, almost like $1 a day. And I know this is for those of you that are in HYLIION and you're losing money. This is for those of you that believe in HYLIION, would like to get in, but you just want to know what's the buy-in price. And for those of you that have bought, lost money and sold, this is also for you. I'm going to continue to build my case, and I want you to follow through. Right now, I got to talk about Mr. Jim Cramer, because at the end, you're going to clearly see what's going on, how the stock is being manipulated. But I'm going to tell you guys why it's being manipulated. I've made a lot of money off of stocks. It's afforded me a lot of things, but it is clear to me the pattern, what's going on, and it's going to be clear to you by the end of this video. All right, I'm going to play you another clip of Mr. Jim Cramer. All right. And so what I'm going to show here is his 2007 meltdown, because he shows you who he is. And I'm not against Jim Cramer. I like Jim Cramer, but he shows you who he is and who he represents. So he said a couple of things. My people, I call all of the head because Mr. Cramer, Jim Cramer, was a hedge fund manager. He's for the institution. He's the institutional buyers. And he told you who he is. He was like, you can't even get a loan if you're rich like me. There's nothing wrong with him being rich. There's nothing wrong with him being a former hedge fund manager. And you're over 300, $500 million worth of money, billions of dollars worth of money, customers' money, some of these hedge fund managers, right? So he shows you who he is, because this is important for you to see how I'm building my case. These are important facts. So he show you he is for the who? The institutions. Remember a few weeks back, I showed you guys how you saw the big red candlesticks and the blue candlesticks, and every Friday for a whole month where they sold off at I think it was a Wednesday. They sold off every day at the same time, and they sold off all of the stocks. And you could clearly see the institutions were dumping big shares, and then they would buy back in, force the price down, buy back in. Stock manipulation. Okay, so I'm going to keep it going.
So, Gabe, you've been on our show a lot. You're very bearish on Tesla. I think you might be the one person who might agree with this call. Can it go to $10?
Oh, I believe that ultimately Tesla will go to zero. Any company that's losing billions of dollars and struggling under a mountain of over $10 billion in debt and over.
So he was saying when Tesla was $200, he was saying Tesla was going to go to zero. They were saying Tesla was going to drop from $200 to 10 because they wanted it to. They wanted to push it down. They were shorting this stock just like the Bonita report is doing to HYLIION. They're shorting it, wanting it to go down. But you have to ask yourself, why do they want it to go down? I'm going to show you. It's clear as day when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, right? So not only did it not go down to $5 and $10 from the $200 price it was, it went up 1,000%. It went from 200 and it ran all the way up to over 2,000. Those of us that was in it, because we weren't listening to the naysayers. We weren't listening. When people try to short a stock so much and they're losing so much and they just keep shorting, like they're doing a HYLIION, there's a reason why. All right. I'm building my case. Let's go one further. Right. So I want to see what Cramer says about Tesla.
One of the most hyped IPOs in recent memory. The soon-to-be red-hot Tesla Motors, which will trade under the symbol TSLA when it comes public next week. I think Tesla will be a fabulous IPO, but I want to make sure all you home gamers understand the difference between a red-hot IPO and a red-hot stock, so that you can benefit from the initial fire without being scorched by the flames after this baby comes public. See, Tesla's an electric vehicle maker, and I think this space is all sizzle without any stage. Sell. This deal is a great way to make a quick buck or two, which is why I advocate trying to get in it. But long term, Tesla is cell block material, and you're going to hear it on Thursday coming up. That's why I'm doing a very special cell block today. You get shares in the IPO, you want to sell them after the initial pop. Do not hold them for longer than that. I want you out the first day.
I want you out the first day of Tesla. You could have bought Tesla at $17 and sold it at $2,000. Okay? Institution. Remember, Cramer showed you who he was. He showed you who he represents, right? The whales, the institutional buyers, right? And so here's what I want to finally show you. This is my last video to build my case of what's going on. We're going to show you why they are doing this to this company. Before I show you this, I research every day. What's going on with HYLIION? Nothing but good news. They don't have to build out. They don't have to take the time that Tesla did to build out infrastructure, right? As far as charging stations, they have a partnership with a gas chain, for those of you that don't know, right? I mean, Flying J, and they have a partnership with a partner, and they can put charging stations across the countries at, like, you know, your Flying J's that you see that the truck goes to get gassed up. They can also get a charge. You know, we're talking about electrification, truck electrification, right? There's no one there's other EV trucks, electric vehicles or electric trucks, but no one is quite in this niche space where you are doing truck electrification, right? With an existing fleet, right? No one is doing what HYLIION is doing. You look at it, the company's solid, the business plan is solid, the CEO is solid, the board is solid. It's just good news after good news, pre-orders, grocery store chains, and more orders to come. Good news, good news, good news. But yet the stock falls and falls and falls. And you got companies like Bonita that's trying to short the stock down. And so what's happening is all of the shorters are getting squeezed out, getting squeezed out, getting squeezed out. And you have to ask yourself why? Because the institutions want to buy in. And Mr. Jim Cramer, I'm not saying he's did anything illegal. All right. So I ain't getting sued. I'm not saying anything. I'm just building my case. These are my thoughts, Mr. Cramer. But he clearly gives the institution a Hail Mary on what price to purchase.
HYLIION feels much closer to being a reality than most of these early-stage electric vehicle plays. And they've clearly put a lot of thought into how to get their technology out there without needing to upend the entire trucking industry. Of course, the dirty secret here is that HYLIION's not necessarily an electric vehicle play. They're working on electric powertrains for trucks that run on diesel and natural gas. I don't think it's a big deal, though, unless Tesla comes along with a plug-in battery-powered truck. My big concern here is the stock price. When Tortoise Acquisition announced the HYLIION deal, its stock spiked from $10 in mid-June to $34 less than 2 weeks later. It cooled off from those levels before roaring to the mid-50s after Tesla really took off in August. Now, I have repeatedly warned you about the way these SPACs trade. They tend to spike going into the deal, and then they pull back hard when the transaction went through in late September. The newly minted HYLIION stood at 53. Since then, it's come right back down, falling to 28 as of today. I don't know if you've seen it. It's been hideous. The darn thing got way too hot for its own good. Icarus. Bottom line, given the trajectory of these SPAC deals, I'm betting HYLIION will have more downside before it bottoms. But I have to tell you, I kind of like the story. And I think it's worth buying if you can get the stock around 20 bucks, maybe less. Please be patient. Let it come to you.
Let it come to you. He threw the institutions a Hail Mary. He's saying, we're going to push this stock down. We're going to short this stock down. I hope it keeps falling at 20 until it gets to 20 bucks or less. Let it come to you. Now, I showed you who he was. I showed you who he stood for. The institutions, not the investors. And then I showed you where Bonita Report does the short report to try to push it down because he's losing money trying to short the stock. Whoever this person is had him behind this corporation. And now you see. So here's the caveat. I'm not going to tell you guys to buy this stock. I know some of you are holding this stock. I'm honest with you guys. I got 1,000 shares and I'm going to buy more when it hits 20. I believe in this company. This is the time to be long. From now until the end of the year, any stock you get, it should be long. I'm not telling you to go run out and get this stock, but I'm going to look in the camera and I'm going to tell you, if you've lost money in this stock, if you believe in this company, even if you're still green in it and there's so much upside, I want you to do one thing. Simple. Hit the like button. Help me get 2,000 likes. Help me get 2,500 likes. Let this video go all weekend because we have to get this information out, people. I'm for the underdog. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to end with this, and I want you to know. I look at other stock guys. Yeah, I got JMac Investors. As you can clearly see, I'm an African-American from Chicago, and you could see that he's a white gentleman. But I watch his page. I was watching his page when he only had like 3,000 subscribers. You know why? He represents me and you, the average American. So yes, some of you know that my wife is white. And I can tell you the reason why I brought that up is, yes, we have this racial thing going on, but the biggest wave that's going to hit this country is classism. And I'm for the underdog. I'm for me and you. I'm for you and me. Do you realize that I think it's over 70% of all of our wealth in this country is owned by 5% of the wealthy? So what's happening is the middle class is shrinking. The teachers, the doctors, the policemen, not the lawyers, the teachers, the doctors, policemen, the fire workers, the carpenters. We're the ones, the musicians. And one day we're going to wake up and realize we've all been played. So, yeah, I'm going to start a hashtag. Hashtag I believe in Hyliion. Hashtag I believe in Hyliion. You know why? Because you stand to make money. I stand to make money. If you've lost money and sold it, you can make your money back. I believe this company is solid, and I believe that we are where Tesla was at 200 before it went to 2000. This company is going to make money over the next 2 to 3 years. It's going to make a significant amount of money. Enough money to make you and I wealthy on this one stock. Now, do not put all your money in one stock. I'm all about diversification. But I want to help start a movement. I've been asked by other YouTubers to help get this word out. And I just been putting my case together. And I know some of this information a lot of you've seen. But I'm telling you, I'm for the underdog. It's our time. It's our time. Mr. Cramer showed you. He says, I'm wealthy. I'm doing this I talked to the heads of all of the biggest companies. He's telling you where he is. So here's what you need to do. Number one, I want you to subscribe to this channel. This is not about subscriptions, but do appreciate your subscriptions. I'm at 27,000. Like this video and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you're going to get this out. Share this on your social media, right? I know it's going to come back. I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for all of you guys that believe in this company. You believe in zero admissions. I mean, it's a great company, great cause, and we stand to make great money, right? But the institutions are wrong for manipulating the stock like this. The one gentleman that did the Bonita report, I'm gonna leave his link down there too. He sounds like he's an ex-lawyer. Maybe he's still a lawyer. He's a smart guy. And I want you guys to check their pages out. Remember, I'm for the small guy. I'm for the underdog. And so please hit that like button. Share this on your social media. Share this on your YouTube pages. And do subscribe, because I want to do a follow-up when we all making money. But I'm telling you right now, keep an eye on this stock at 20. If you start see big green candlesticks, institutions buying this company, that's your signal to start buying. Let's start this hashtag I believe in Hyliion. Like this button and like this video. Yeah, hit, subscribe and leave a notification bell, all of that, blah, blah, blah. More importantly, I want you to like it because it helps YouTube to keep this video. When it hits 20, you're going to see institutions buying in. All right. I'm going to just cut it off right there. I don't know how long this has been. But hey, as always, I love you guys and we'll see you on the next video. I'm going to end this the same way. Live, love, laugh, and learn.